Yo, what's happening? It's Adrian Marcel, and I'm chilling with my people at Plastiq magazine, and we dealing with this 2020 entertainment issue. So make sure you tune in.
Oh, got a limit, aim to sky.
Shay Rodriguez here with Adrian Marcel for Plastiq magazine. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We were having a
interesting
discussion off air that I'm going to bring up later because I feel like the people need to know.
You trying to get them mad at me? Okay, I see what's happening here. This is the setup.
All the music you be making, you ain't.
You gotta listen to the lyrics. It'll let you know right there what I'll be on.
No, I am so excited to speak with you because I feel like your story really talks about and speaks to just the message of God's timing. You can say that with anyone, but honestly, I feel like when I think about your project that's out now, 98, when I think about your record label, when I think about the fact that you have your own merch line, I think, did he ever see himself here 4 years ago?
Wow.
With all of this kind of like stake in the game?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, why not?
I don't think so. I think I was clouded. I think my judgment was clouded. I was, like most artists, I was focused on one picture and not the frame.
So you said the frame.
Yeah, so you focus on the picture and you don't really pay attention to the frame, I was, like most artists, trying to get to this one goal and not thinking about what it takes to get there. The directions and the bumps in the road and being prepared for those type of things. I think I got very accustomed with being the artist, and I think we all do. It's comfortable. People going to get this for you and people doing that for you and just show up here and just do what you do, and that's cool, but you don't grow, you don't evolve from that. You know what I mean? So where I'm thinking of, I'm just a singer. I'm just a performer. I just write the songs. It's not enough. You subconsciously find yourself unfulfilled and you don't know why. So for me, it took me hitting the low part. It took me at the point where most artists fear, which is, okay, now I'm parting from the label that I busted my butt to get to and get signed, and now that's over with. Most artists fold, most artists lose their minds, they go insane, they lose their sanity. But I was just blessed to have family, have, people around me that were like, you gotta focus on something else. You gotta focus on life, and with that evolution came a transcendence, to say, all right, what honestly do I want? What is the true goal? Is it to be the #1 artist? Is it to have a hit record? Okay, had a hit record. Now what? Okay, you're #1 artist. Now there's a new #1 artist. So these things are not concrete goals. These things are momentary goals that are just for the moment. But what is the longevity in it? So at that point, I started to pay attention to the signs. Like you said, it's God's time. I wasn't supposed to do a thing because maybe I was connected to too many people. Maybe that would have got all misconstrued and all messed up. But it took myself becoming alone and isolated to bring those thoughts together and say, okay, well, I'm great at a lot of things. It's not just singing. You know what I mean? Like my grandmother told me a long time ago, well, you be good at whatever you want to be. You know what I mean? It's all about what you see for yourself.
And what you put your mind to.
And at that point, I started to pay attention to what I like and not what everybody else likes. Not the trends. Wear these shoes because these are the hot shoes. Wear this because this is what's hot. Do this because this is what the trend is. Instead of saying, nah, what is organic to me? You know what I mean? My label, I tatted it on myself in 9th grade. You know what I mean? When I moved to 98. And that's the mentality I had to go to. It took me going back to 98 to say to myself, okay, here we go. Now I'm back to that kid who was fearless, who was very much intact and in tune with who he was and what he wanted. I don't want to wear somebody else's clothes. I'm gonna make my own.
Would you be okay if what you should have gotten never comes true?
That's crazy, because that's a thought that has crossed my mind, all of 2018, into 2017, 2018, a lot, where I had to ask myself, like, am I okay with changing everything, with the whole idea of where I thought I was supposed to be, and what I thought I was supposed to be doing. What if that's not what God wants for me? You know, what if I'm supposed to just be a dad? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And your kid is supposed to be the singer. What if your girls or your son
and when I had it's funny because at first they were thoughts that were, the intent was negative. Mm-hmm. The intent had a negative effect on me. It was like, man, but what if that's true? Oh, damn, it's over. Mm-hmm. Like, I lost it. The bus came, it's gone, you know? And then when I had my son, or when I found out that I was having a son, the whole spectrum changed for me. It was like, this kid is going to mean the world to me. Not that my daughters don't. Mm-hmm. I love you guys. But this kid right here is going to change everything. Every bit of myself, every bit of my soul is going to be about making sure that every flaw I had, everything I missed, everything I didn't pay attention to, that he does, you know? And at that point I said to myself, why not my son? You know? And at that point, when it became a positive intent, when it became a positive effect on me, I started to worry about things that had nothing to do with music. I was left to finally be open. And all of a sudden, that creativity started to flow, and doors started to open. So where I was calling all these people over here and up there, they're not answering. And all of a sudden, this person over here is calling me like, yo, you're out here, you want to use my studio? Oh, wow. Hey, yo, you know, I got this musician that, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Things start, you know, and it happened all in time. It wasn't PRs. It wasn't, you know, management or nothing like that. It started with a studio opening up to me.